Hey, Happy New Year everyone, the Lobster Shanty here. Thank you for tuning into my channel. So today I got a PvE Templar healer guide for you, and I've been using a Templar healer since I started ESO, which is like about 9 months ago, and in my opinion this healer is probably one of the most fun to play because of all the sets that it has and the proc heals that activates when you heal your teammates. You have three proc heals is actually pretty crazy. On top of that, your main bar and your back bars have a lot of nice AoE burst heals and heal over time spells slotted, so it makes you the ultimate support character. I hope you guys enjoy watching. I put timestamps at the bottom below if you need to navigate to a specific section of the video, and I would like to thank you again. Mahalo Usos for tuning in. In terms of character class, we're going Templar. But remember, never go full Templar. As per your race, two viable options, the Breton or the Argonian. If you prefer a character that has better Magicka sustain and cost reduction on Magicka skills, then the Breton's the way to go. If you want a character with higher healing per cast, some health, and a unique skill that lets you regenerate more resources when you drink a potion, then the Argonian's your bitch. I personally selected the Breton because I love having the nice Magicka sustain passives. I find that I'm never low on resources. As for your stats, you want to put everything in Magicka because you are a Magicka based build. I don't put any in health or stamina, so that's what you want to do there. And as for your food, I use the Witch Mother's Potent Brew because of the tri-stat increase along with Magicka recovery, and the Atronach as my Mundus stone. However, I do think that Bewitched Sugar Skulls is a viable option too. Now for the gear. You got Hades Hearth, which puts a massive orange healing aura around your character that also makes it cheaper for you and your teammates to roll dodge and break free within that aura. Winter's Respite, which places an icy healing aura on the ground when you activate any skill that leaves a ground effect. Chokethorn, which provides a strong single target heal, and Night Flame, which provides an AoE heal. Alright, so here you can see I have a Winter's Respite staff, and I have a healing trait on it and Absorb Magicka enchantment on it. Right? And as for my back bar, I have Winter's Respite as well, which will show in a bit, and I have the healing done as well, and a Absorb Magicka enchantment. Now for the shield, I have a Max Magicka enchantment and a block, but you can have Divines. Either one is good. Helmet, I got a heavy Chokethorn's Visage, but you can use a Night Flame. And for the traits, you want to have Divines. As you can see here, with my Hades pieces, right? You see all the pieces that I have here, they're Impen and Invigorating. You know, I just don't have the stones to actually change them from Impenetrable. Well, here from the Hades, I was going to use it for PvP. That's why there's Impen on some of these, which I now recognize that was a mistake. But you definitely want Divine. And then for these, you want your Magicka Recovery and Max Magicka, which comes as a default for the rings and jewelry, for Winter's Respite anyway. But yeah, that's basically the gear. Alright, so now we're going to get on to the skills for your main bar and then your back bar. Now your first skill that you should have is Combat Prayer, which is a great buff and debuff, along with a very nice conal heal. Second skill, Energy Orb, which is great for heal over time, as well as restoring resources for your teammates. Radiant Regeneration, which is a very nice hot over 10 seconds. Repentance, which is great for your recovery as well as restoring health and stamina. Luminous Shards, which is a damage skill that lets your teammates restore resources. And then you have your Practiced Incantation, which is your oh shit button. Now your back bar, you got Reviving Barrier, which is to increase your shields. Inner Light for the extra spell critical rating to increase your healing crit. Restoring Focus to make you more tankier. Repentance for the same reason as listed before. Extended Ritual for a nice long heal, as well as a Purify. And then Ritual of Rebirth, which is a very powerful but expensive burst heal as well. As for the passives, on the Adric Spear line for the Templar, as you can see in the left here, we got Piercing Spear, Spear Wall, Burning Light, and Balanced Warrior maxed out, 2 out of 2. And a lot of this tree is mostly just increasing your critical damage, as well as your resistances. So I feel like it's very important to max out every single passive skill line on that tree. Now on the bottom you have Dawn's Wrath, and as you can see I only put 2 points in Restoring Spirit, which is the last passive skill on that tree, only because the first 3 have to do with a lot of the Dawn's Wrath skills, and because this is not a Dawn's Wrath skill using character, I only use it for the Restoring Spirit, because Restoring Spirit reduces the cost of everything you do by 5% in terms of resources. Now for the right, Restoring Light, that's obvious, because you're mainly a healer, you want to be maxing the hell out of that skill tree. So as you can see there, 2 out of 2 for everything. Along with increasing the healing you can do, it also makes you faster at resurrecting enemies and allows you to resurrect enemies at full health. As for your weapon and armor passives, pretty self-explanatory. You want to max out all the passives in the Restoration Staff skill line to increase the healing you can receive and healing you can do, along with a little better sustain when you heavy attack to restore more magicka. One-handed shield, you want to max Fortress, Sword and Board, Deflect Bolts, and Battlefield Mobility. Now Deadly Bash is up to you. If you want to have more damage in your bash and for it to cost less stamina, then sure, put 2 points in it, but I don't think it's necessary. Light armor, you want to max everything out to take advantage of the sprint, and also the magicka recovery, and also the penetration and the crit. And the heavy armor, you only want to max out the first 3 because you're not wearing 5 pieces of heavy armor. The last 2, which are Revitalize and Rapid Mending, will be of no use to you. And finally, you got the Undaunted skill line and your Breton skills. You just want to max out that Undaunted for your tri-stat, extra recovery and sustain. And obviously you always want to max out your racial skill line for your race. So here I got Breton skills maxed out. And it's great for magicka sustain. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so the first thing you do is want to switch to your back bar, cast Restoring Focus, and your Extended Ritual. Now, these things last for 24 seconds, so make sure to recast them when they expire. It's very important that you cast Extended Ritual and Restoring Focus, because Restoring Focus makes you a tank, and Extended Ritual provides a nice heal over time as well as a cleanse. And casting any of these 2 spells will activate your Winter's Respite aura, which will heal you and your teammates. Now after you've cast your main 2 spells, you want to switch to your main bar and cast every slotted skill once. And these are your main heal over times. And you got the 1 burst heal. Radiating Regeneration only needs to be cast every 10 seconds because there's no point if you just keep recasting it. And Energy Orb and Luminous Shards should be cast frequently so your team can access the synergies that will give them the resources. Now, Combat Prayer should be cast every 8 seconds to buff your team, or as per needed if you need to heal your teammates. And finally, Heavy Attacks to restore your magicka. And as number 3, you want to cast your Reviving Barrier from your back bar when you get into boss fights. It's a great shield for your teammates. And 4, you want to cast Practice Incantation when you become overwhelmed and can't heal enough with your heal over time spells. That's basically it. So, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on what you would like to see next. I can make a lot of character guide videos. I have a lot of maxed out tunes on my account, so if you'd like to see that, I'd love to share with you. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning into my channel for the 100th time. Take it easy and Happy New Year, guys.